Well, for me, this answer is simple. It cannot be. Because we don't innovate for the sake of innovation. What do we innovate for is to get a better product or to become faster or more efficient. So I don't think that this is the only answer. I think at the moment what we have to do is we have to keep the options open. Yeah, and we see some companies really run towards innovation, and it's a hot word and it's a buzzword, and it feels like we have not done in the past, which is not true. You know, innovation was always there, and it's just that with the increase of the technology, you know, the speed of innovation has changed, and especially when you talk about processes, it just means you can do things faster, better, easier. So no, I don't think that this is the case. Well, I mean, there are many ways that you can go about this. What I think is very critical, not only to talk about, you know, it's all about people, it's all about people. It's also to understand how you create an environment where the results can be achieved. You know, an innovative culture comes from very different places, and sometimes innovation happens on the way to the elevator. I think we learned during the pandemic that innovation without people being around each other is very, very difficult. Also at Frankfurt School, where we do education, you know, it's a very, very different way of innovative level when you have people in one room, because you get reassurance, you know, also have sometimes a little bit of fun, the adrenaline kicks in. So I think you have to bear this in mind and find a good match of sometimes some things needs to be top down and others need to be bottom up. And I also think that you need to hire people who are good team players, you know, because they create the atmosphere that I think is needed when you want to do great things. Well, we had a wonderful presentation from Tobias just a minute ago, who talked about OKRs, balanced scorecards, and all sorts of things. But I think one of the critical things that also people keep saying is make sure that we know what we're doing. And we're here at a controlling conference, and I learned from experience that most people who are working in infrastructure operations, you know, are not involved in any of that. You know, so they don't know what are the goals that we want to achieve. They don't know what's going on outside in the markets that have influence on us. So I think one of the ways to measure it is to make is to ask the right questions, and also make sure that you have people in the teams who are responsible for creating that kind of environment. And obviously, the easiest way to manage it is to look at the targets, you know, and see, are we making progress? And in my office, I have a book. It's called "You Can Measure Anything." So people who are like me, CFO and chancellors, they like to measure anything. But sometimes things are not measurable in the time slots that we have, and I think you should keep that in mind.